The strategy remains unchanged. Actually, before I talk about global mutual earners, I'm actually very proud what we delivered in the stable businesses. Everybody knows that because of COVID and the further headwind from the interest rates, that was an even more difficult year than we planned last year. At the same time, at the first Investor Day, and we have performed very well. We are in line with our plan on the revenue side, on the cost side. So we have really delivered, and that shows that the underlying growth in the stable business is strong, is resilient, and gives us the confidence for the coming years. In global mutual earners, there is a clear outperformance, and we never underestimated the potential, so we came up with this strategy last year in July. We performed very well in those businesses, where we decided to stay strong and stay in the business. We have re-engaged with clients the halo impact from exiting the equities business far less than we anticipated, and in this regard, the sustainability of the revenues in global mutual earners is very strong, and hence, we are happy with the performance. Well, let's see, we still have a month to go, but I would say that the momentum in October and November was very satisfying to us. We have seen continuing good momentum in the global mutual earners, but again, you know a year is over when 12 months are done. So we have to go through December, but for the time being, I'm satisfied with the performance. You know, we are always trying to get better, and that means that, of course, it is our goal to be ahead of last year, and again in October. November, we have seen a good momentum, and now us having, including today, 22 days to go, and that's what we're doing. Look, it is clear that some of the outperformance which we have seen has been covered, related, and has been marketed, used, there is no doubt. But I'm really proud of the fact that in those businesses where we made change, it's last year in fixed income, but also in the financing business where we focused on where we said this is the strength of global mutual earners. When you look at the financing demands, it will be a global trend that there is more financing demand. Global mutual earners is a powerhouse in financing. We clearly outperformed in. They will show you in detail what kind of revenue stream is sustainable. And in this regard, I do believe that a good part of the outperformance, which we have seen in 2020, is sustainable. And hence, we are confident also for the investment bank in the year 22. In 23, though, acknowledging that some of the outperformance was clearly driven by the markets in 2020. Now again, I think we have really underestimated the potential in those businesses where we want to be strong. And therefore, we are clearly thinking that compared to last year, the revenues in the global mutual earners will be stronger in 22 and 23. And that in those businesses where we have focused on a clear backing for our strategy. Well, first of all, I think both have shown how resilient and strong they are in the market, and they have done everything to mitigate the additional headwinds. We, in particular, from the interest rate environment, the corporate bank has now charged and passed on negative interest rate to more than $70 billion of deposits. That is far more than if we anticipated last year, and that makes us confident that the underlying growth which we have seen in 2020, if we continue to do that in 21 and 22, we will achieve our revenue targets for both units. Further on, the headwinds from the interest rate will actually soften in 22 and 23 and in the following years. So if we keep that performance and the momentum we have in that business, I'm confident that we can achieve our targets, which then overall supports our group targets.